Field here in Vincennes, Indiana. Tonight, the Jasper Wildcats again on the road for their third consecutive ball game. Is that correct, boys?
That's correct, yes.
Hello, everybody. I'm Craig Schneider, along with Mike Blessinger and Jeremy Marcos on the video. And tonight, it's the Jasper Wildcats against the Vincennes Lincoln Alices. And last year, of course, Vincennes with the upset victory, I'm going to call it, a 35-34 overtime victory over the Wildcats that pretty well went down to the last fumble recovery,
Literally, yeah, absolutely.
So, again, this is a football team. The Vincennes Alices are 2-2, and the Jasper Wildcats coming off their first loss of the season last week against Heritage Hills. And, Bless, let's talk about the Wildcats just first of all, a quick recap of that football game last week where they actually struggled a little bit offensively, especially both in the running department and the passing department. I mean, only 113 yards total offense for the Wildcats, 15 of 22 passing for 59 yards. That was split up between two quarterbacks with Justin Gable starting the game and then Justin Pearson coming in after a Gable injury. But one thing I look at, Bless, that concerns me coming into this game is that we were seeing some improvement in the first three games with our rushing attack after the Boonville game, and then last week just 28 carries for 54 yards. So that has got to be one key tonight for the Wildcats to win this football game.
Yeah, and I think there's no doubt that the Wildcats went back to work at their running game and regardless of the situation, we have got to be able to run the ball, and we'll pass second, and that's really Jasper football. And I think they grew up a lot this week. And even from the results of last week, I mean, 28 carries, 51 yards, 113 yards. Those are monumental numbers.
Right.
I mean, I'm talking about numbers that probably just aren't really in the history of Jasper football. And this is a good running football team. They got good backs, good skill players, and they've got linemen. You always got to make up for the linemen. So I think really what it is, it's a mentality, and we got to go back to the mentality that we're going to fight and we're going to struggle and we're going to push and we're going to push people around and we're going to push them down the field and we're going to run the ball. And I anticipate that really being our attitude as we come into this game, is especially with the sophomore quarterback starting. I mean, he really did a nice job of being composed. He never really is uncomposed. Things didn't really go his way as far as the plays and completions and all that, but he never looked uncomfortable, and he had a lot of fun. I talked to his dad. He said, the best part about it, Dad, is this is a lot of fun.
Oh,
and
good.
If you got somebody who's enjoying a game like that, that's what you want. And I think he'll be comfortable with the good senior leadership he's got around him. And I see us coming out and really trying to just run it and push it and tilt the field our way. And just take it to them physically on a running game and see what happens from there. Because if that works, which I think it will, then we open up the passing game. And in the defense, we gave up a couple of long plays to a very, very good running back last week. Really just an outstanding player that we bottled up for a while, and he got loose. And what we really needed to do was create some separation so that if he did that we had a lead enough that we could withstand it, and we just didn't, and that because of the offense. But the defense as a whole really did a pretty good job being in tough situations and battling, and that's really been our strength so far this year as a team, is the consistent defensive play, and I'm sure that'll continue as a real aggressive position, and certainly with Gable moving out of the quarterback position and into the linebacker spot where he played last year, played very well, and his mentality is a linebacker. I mean, really, he was a quarterback playing linebacker,
right.
Our linebacker playing quarterback.
Exactly.
And I think he's gonna have a nice game, and it just creates a lot of depth. And I look for good things to even be better for our defense.
And they're taking on a Vincennes football team that is actually on fire right now. They lost their first two games this year, but over the last 2 weeks, they have scored over 50 points in both of those football games, particularly last week where they defeated the Mount Vernon Wildcats 55-20 right here on this football field, and that was a football game where they just pretty well spread it all over the place as far as their offense. They were led by their quarterback Grant Oxman, who was 14 of 17 for 294 yards and threw for 4 touchdowns to 3 different receivers. So, again, this is a football team that's got scoreability. They've got a lot of guys in the right places, and Graham Toole, who is a tailback, he's just a sophomore, last week had 66 rushing yards, but he was able to break away on a couple nice big plays, one that went for 23 yards and another one for 30 yards. So he's got a lot of ability, Bless, and so I think we're looking at a kid. I don't know if he's Kenton Cruz like what we saw last week, but it's going to be the hands are going to be full when it comes to stopping their rushing attack.
Yeah, certainly a dangerous player, and they got some playmakers, and found lightning in a bottle last week. Made a lot of big plays. Here's Grant. Returns
Teal
it.
takes a kickoff, and he's still on his feet as he gets across the 40, close to the 45-yard line. I think that's where they're going to spot the football. So a nice return of about 25 yards there. So a good start for the Wildcats, getting great field position to start this football game. And bless, as you saw during the coin toss there, one key player for this football team tonight for Jasper, Carson English, not going to be in the lineup, is he?
Yeah, he's not. He's our most experienced lineman, a 3-year player, and that just backs up to also Brett Hof still being out. So really what I consider our 2 best linemen aren't playing tonight. But, next man up. We've got to get some guys to grow up and make some plays and make some space.
So right away, the Wildcats starting off with a power pitch to the outside. That's Tate Blessinger. He gets across midfield, across the 45. Now he's into Vincennes territory as we're going to set this ball, I believe, right there at the 43-yard line. So a nice 17-yard pickup for the senior on that play.
Yeah, nice start, and I think they saw on film that they could get to the corner a little bit and wanted to try that right away. And Tate got some good blocking out there and made some good yardage. Put it in our side of the field, which really early in the games in certain situations this year has been unfamiliar. So good to see us move it on this side of the field.
So as you mentioned, the sophomore quarterback is Justin Pearson as he pitches out to Blessinger. Blessinger gets across the 40 to about the 38, maybe 37-yard line. So a pickup of about 6 on that play. So the Wildcats sticking so far in their first 2 plays with the I backfield. You got Sermersheim at the fullback position and Tate at the tailback spot. So maybe that'll be a spotlight spot for Tate tonight.
Yeah, and I think one thing that, as you look at the plays and things, we really didn't have guys that we wanted to get the ball in their hands, just didn't touch it enough. Grant Teal had about 6 or 8 touches. Tate had 7 or 8.
And they tried to get it out to Teal here on a quick screen as he was coming into motion. Actually, a pass was forward, so it's an incomplete pass. So that will set up 3rd and 4 from the 37.
I think we are in 4-down territory. We just need to slam it up the middle of there a couple times and get this first down and keep it moving.
Now, as Vincennes defense, for the most part, they'll run a 4-4 defense is what they like to run. But obviously, if the Wildcats are going to come in with a rushing attack, they actually bring up 5 men on the defensive line there.
Yeah, and they got pretty good size up front, and I'm sure aggressive linebackers.
Play action here, but good pressure the outside. But Pearson actually is going to lose maybe a yard or so on that run. So the Wildcats pretty well in 4-down territory, I would think, at this point, but a loss of one on that play. Just underway here at Vincennes, Indiana, on Inman Field, the Jasper Wildcats against the Vincennes Lincoln Alices.
I think in that situation, we really want to get it out quick, 3rd and relatively short. Want to try and run something quick, and pretty good pressure there. Listen did a good job of eluding the first guy, but here we are, 4th down in pretty good ways.
So Teal comes in motion, 4th and 6 here, so Blessinger gets it, darts a little bit, tries to spin away, but cannot get the first down, did not even get to the 35-yard line, so Vincennes holds the Wildcats. Moved the chains a few times there, Bless, but Wildcats' first drive stalls at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, third and 6. I probably would have liked to see him run that play on 3rd down and then maybe see what happens on 4th, but hey, we moved a little bit as a running game. We needed that. Just a couple incomplete passes or not getting a pass off. Good news is we moved it. Now the defense needs to make a stop here, make some plays.
So Vincennes takes over. Their quarterback is number 12, Grant Oxman. He's actually set up, and the pass, the snap goes right over his head, and Tool's going to have to jump on it, number 6 there. And, boy, that's a huge loss for the Vincennes Alices. That moves the football all the way back to the 16-yard line. So
wow, that
is a loss of about 20 yards on that play.
Yeah, massive break for the Wildcats and a tough break for the Vincennes. I mean, he wasn't even looking, and then he like snapped it to the punter. It was just, I don't know if even if he was ready for it, he would have got it. So, now they're really backed up. So it puts the Jasper defense in a great situation. We just need to keep them down here and keep the field, position on our side.
So right now, 2nd and forever for Vincennes. They actually got 2nd and 26 on the scoreboard. But here's Toole, and we mentioned he's got the ability to break tackles, and he gets across the 25, slows up a little bit, and Day was able to finally bring him down at the 30-yard line. So a nice pickup of about 13 on second down there. So that will give Vincennes a little bit more respectable situation here, setting up a 3rd and 15. Ball rested to 30, I'm going to say 30, 31-yard line or so.
Yeah, our end really got sucked in on that one and just gave him the outside. And Toole certainly has quick feet and a nice move to the outside and a good gain. We're going to have to not let them get to that outside like that. Looks like we got Britzman in for Day after that little mishap of getting sucked inside.
Gives the Toole here on 3rd down. He gets the outside, dances around, and gets across the 35-yard line. So a gain of about 6 on that play, but that's actually going to force Vincennes to a 4th down. So the snap over the head of the quarterback on the first play from scrimmage really hurt Vincennes on that drive.
Yeah, it really did, because they gained 21 positive yards on some nice running plays. But that mishap just loses a down and loses so many yards. So
the punter is number 82. That's Anthony Hughes Smith. High kick, and it's going to be fielded right at the 36-yard line. So that's where Grant Teal calls for the fair catch, and the Wildcats will start their second possession here. So, but, you know, like I said, as far as Graham Toole, he's got a lot of ability to be able to, you know, he makes a lot of shifty moves out there. I noticed on video that a lot of guys missed tackles on him, and on that 13-yard run, that seemed to be the case.
Yeah, he certainly makes people miss and stops and starts very quickly and is able to bounce around. That's why it's really important to have the containment to keep him in where it's bunched up and where there's a crowd where there just isn't room to move like he was able to get there on the edge. So let's see if the Cats can come back and march down the field here and get something going.
So the Wildcats still without Brett Hof. Jack Heichelbeck, the center, is a quick screen out there to the left side, goes to Teal, but a nice job defensively by Dylan Flynn to stop that for Vincennes. Vincennes, as far as their defensive starters, their ends are Cunningham and Hughes Smith, number 82. Tackles include Ellis and Lewis. They'll tend to, in the 4-4 defense, set up 3 different linebackers, but one plays a little bit more of a strong safety. That's Quintanilla, number 23, but includes Bauer, McGavick, number 80 or 68, and then Romius. Then their corners are Flynn, Cotter, and Field.
They really got single coverage out here with Grant. He probably could make something happen.
Right there, Tate breaks away, gets across the 45-yard line, but a flag does fly. So we'll see if this comes back on a hold. But actually saw Hayden McCune coming over and put a nice block on coming as a pulling guard, but I think this is gonna go against the Wildcats, so it is a hold. We're gonna mark it off, I believe, from where the flag sits at the 42-yard line.
Pretty good play, a little bit delayed. Tate found a little space, but maybe that space was there because of the hold, who knows. But still like the running game. Looked like we had some room and could move it up the field. Also like seeing to get the ball in Grant's hands. You know, we missed him on that first series of downs, even though it's just a 1-yard gain there on that first down play. Those are the kind of plays that are, it's sort of like a running play. You know, it's pretty simple pitch and catch, and then let Grant trying to use his talents to make something happen.
So now the Wildcats facing a 2nd and 15. Ball rest at the 32-yard line. Play action. Trying to throws the outside, and just a little bit too tall for the receiver. That's Sermersheim, who was coming out of the backfield. So now the Wildcats facing a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 here.
He had the deeper receiver on a stop route. He had him open, but I think it was designed to go there short to Sermy, and just couldn't deliver it in the numbers.
So the Wildcats, actually, Gable is in a tight end spot right now.
Yeah, they're talking about him playing a lot of different spots because he's, you know, an athlete, and trying to make sure he's on the field where we need him.
Again, Wildcats with play action, throw across the middle. He's got Gable, nice catch there. He gets across midfield.
Nice connection.
So a
there.
huge play for the Wildcats and a pickup of 20 on 3rd and 15. So the Wildcats in business here with a huge third down conversion there, Bless.
Yeah, that was big, and I knew they were working Justin at tight end and some other spots. Maybe even might see him at some fullback, but he's a good athlete, and Justin delivered it coming across the middle. There was space. They found the open spot and delivered for a huge third down conversion.
Wildcats' offensive line includes Heichelbeck, 64, Rock Ublor, 72, and Hayden McCune on the right guard, Brandon Yoakum, and also Victor Aileman. And the run is straight up the middle there for Blessinger, so a nice positive yardage there, gain of about 5 on first down.
Yeah, good positive first down rush there. Not much space, but we found enough, and that's what we hope to see is we keep it going that way.
No score here, 5:55 on the clock right now. First quarter action, the Wildcats against Vincennes. Give is actually, I think it's Tate in a fullback spot. They had Kruger at the tailback, still set up in the eye there, but Tate with a nice 4-yard run. So a little bit of movement there as far as positioning of the running backs. But
nice series of downs here, 5 or 6 and then another 4. Now it's 3rd and 1. It's a good situation. 4th down territory. Let's, just bust it up in there and get our first down and keep moving toward the goal line.
Grant Teal is split to our near side. Double tight end setup for the Wildcats. So the red formation as they pitch out to Kruger. He dances the outside. Able to get to the marker. So a nice job by him to break away from a tackle or two. Number 4 coming up was Braden Field. He wasn't able to knock him out of bounds. So Wildcats with a nice pickup there of about, he started at the 39-yard line. So a 6-yard pickup.
Nice job of eluding the first guy and getting around the corner and getting that first down. It's a good pickup there. 2 good third down conversions so far in this drive.
Kruger still dots the I, gets the ball in the ISO there, and is able to get across the 30, or maybe right to the 30-yard line. So gain of about, we'll say a gain of about 3 on the play, actually. So Kruger with 9 yards and 2 carries so far. Tate's run the ball well. So Wildcat offense moving. Wanted to get some points on the board this time. Their drive stalled around this area last time.
Sooner or later, I'm sure we'll take advantage of the single coverage we have out here on Grant Teal.
Pitch out there.
Trying to get to the
Kruger
corner.
Does get to the corner.
Nice
Great block there, and boy, he moves it upfield, and he's going to finish it off with a 30-yard touchdown. So a nice job by the Wildcat offense, including Tate Blessinger with a nice block on the end there to open that up. And I think one man in the backfield had a chance to stop him, maybe at around the 15-yard line, Bless. He missed that tackle and then just finished off nicely by Kruger for a 30-yard run.
Yeah, it was a nice job. Once we got to the corner and then to the outside there, Cal, good athlete, good runner. I mean, we just got a real good stable of those guys. So give them a little space and let them do their thing. It was a nice drive. Good drive for the Wildcats. Certainly threatened there on a couple of third down situations, but a nice job of finishing it off.
So the Wildcats will kick the extra point. Kruger's going to add another point to his total. If it goes through, it does. And Jasper leads this football game with 4:26 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 over the Vincennes Lincoln Alices. You're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS.
We play your choice for country.
Well, the world can be real tough. Find shelter in me. If there's no one else to love, keep me in mind.
101 Country.
She don't know just how hard it is to make it look so easy.
WBDC.
Let it come down on me. Let it come down on me. Let it rain.
Kruger has 7-0 over the Vincennes Lincoln Alices. Scored on their second drive here in the first quarter. Nice high kick. Don't even try it. Wow. Right out of the end zone. So Graham Toole just sat there and watched it in awe.
The wind helped, but the wind doesn't make it go that high. That was a big kick.
So Vincennes will start things off with their second drive of the football game from the 20-yard line. Wildcats held them to a 3-and-out last time. And this Vincennes Lincoln offense has been on fire over the last 2 weeks, defeating Wood Memorial 52-7. And then last week, a big win over Mount Vernon, 55-20. And we told you about some of the numbers. And offensive prowess they had in that football game.
The Cats are going to have to fix something because really the Vincennes offense looked pretty good, except for that one that they snapped over the quarterback's head.
So that really set them back on that last drive. Oxman gives it up the middle.
Yeah.
So that's Graham Toole who rushes the football. I don't think he barely got back to the line of scrimmage. So a nice job by the defensive line there to slow him up.
Tate filled nice. It's probably not a real good idea to run where Tate's filling. He does a good job of that, and good job by the line. And then the linebackers come in there and they get a little bit of the tackle credit.
Had to make some shifts as far as the Wildcat defense. Of course, we mentioned Carson Englert out, so moving to a defensive end spot is Luke Sermersheim. You've got Boone John out there, Victor Elliman, and also, of course, Sheeter. He's been starting most of the season at his defensive end spot. So the Wildcats are using a four-man front. There is a flag, no, actually a timeout called by Vincennes, but one thing, they're moving up those linebackers a little bit there, Bless.
Yeah, trying to be a little more aggressive, I think. One way to stop from bouncing outside is get back into the backfield. I think Vincennes called a timeout because they were 1 or 0 there on the clock. So.
Play clock. All right, well, we'll take a break in the action. Jasper leads this football game 7-0 over Vincennes with 3:41 to go here in the first quarter. You're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. At Inman Field in Vincennes, Indiana, the Wildcats set up their defense after the Vincennes timeout. Vincennes spreads things out offensively here with 4 wide receivers, including a tight end there. Tight end to the far side. We got twins to our near. Oxman, the quarterback, takes a snap. He gives it to Toole. He tries to get to the outside, and a nice job as far as penetration. I think that was Sermersheim, right?
Yeah, it was. Sermer coming off the edge there. He's defensive tackle and just stayed to the outside of the blocker and got in the backfield, and that's the best way to shut that down, as we were talking about. You can't get to the edge if there's somebody in your way, and Sermer's a big something in your way there.
Absolutely. All right, so the Wildcats, as far as their linebackers there, you see Gable, Blessinger, also Winhold out there.
Matthew Britzman, 25.
Yeah, Britzman at number 25. So some switches in the linebacker spots. Lentz is actually in a corner over here with Kruger coming over, and Winhold's more in a safety spot on that play. But look at the defensive end coming up. Huge play by Ben Sheeter to just muscle his way into that backfield for a huge loss for Vincennes.
Huge loss. Great play by Ben there, just to get in there and make a play. That's what we need. A lot of loss of yards on tackles for loss on that series. Good job by the Jasper defense.
So the Wildcat defense doing their job there, forcing a 4th and 20, and actually their punter Smith is back in the backfield, or actually in the end zone, I'm sorry. Standing right at the E of Allison. A high snap. He's having a tough time handling, so he's going to have to run this football, and the Wildcats will have amazing field position now, as he is brought down at the 6-yard line. So another loss. So 3 consecutive losses on that play for the Vincennes Lincoln Alices, and the Cats in big-time business here, Bless.
Yeah, not a great snap, but I didn't think so bad that he couldn't handle it, and then just dropped it and then decided he had to go for it. Actually, the Cats weren't rushing. They were setting up for the good field position they get on the kick, and he really, if we'd have been coming at all, he would have probably been tackled for a safety there.
So Gable sets up a wishbone backfield. I'm sorry, Pearson. And the give is to Blessinger, and Blessinger kind of climbs over the pile a little bit, and they stop his momentum, but not before he gets to about the 3-yard line, so a gain of 3. So Tate Blessinger so far in this football game with 1:54 to go, leading the Wildcat rushing attack. He's got 6 carries already in this game. Stands in the tailback spot there of the wishbone, along with Kruger and Sermersheim in the fullback, and Blessinger gets the ball. He tries to get up the hole and see if the surge can move him forward, but I think they're going to hold him up right at about the 1-yard line, so a gain of 2 there, but not able to get in the end zone.
Now, it seems like a bad spot after you fall off the pile and you're close to the goal line, but I'm his dad, so I'm,
Yeah, so they actually only give him 1 on that play. Wow. Yeah, because it looked like the linesman on the other side who had a better look was setting him up at the 1, but so 3rd and goal from the 2 with 1 minute to go. Blessinger gets it this time, and again is stuffed as the Vincennes defense doing a nice job here of putting penetration.
Trying to run over that left side, and there's just not much space there.
So Ellis, number 63 on the stop there for the Alices.
That's just a situation where man up. We gotta blow those guys off the ball a little bit.
So the Wildcats, no question at all, we're going to go for it here on 4th down. So 4th and goal. Scoreboard says it's at the 2. Cats stay in the wishbone. Pearson. This time they give it to Kruger. He finds an opening on the right side and takes it in for the touchdown. So Kruger with the 2nd score of the night from 2 yards out. And Jasper leads this football game 13-0. So the Wildcats with great field position at the 6 right there, Bless. And it took 4 plays, but they were able to get it in.
Yeah, they did. And, there was just more room on this side. And good job by the offensive line there to bust it open behind Hayden McCune and Yoakum to get Callie there with 4th down. We would have hated to see us not make it on that one.
So the snap is there, the kick is there, it booms right through, and Jasper leads this football game 14-0 with 18.5 on the clock here in the first quarter. You're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. So the Wildcats take advantage of the bad snap on the punt. Well, they had the football at the 6-yard line. 4 plays later, they lead this football game 14-0 with 18.5 to go here right at the tail end of the first quarter. And Kruger booms another one. This will not be returned. So twice he has kicked it out of the end zone. So a nice boot shown there by number 36. He's got both Wildcats scores so far in this football game, but the rushing attack for the Wildcats is looking very strong with Tate leading the way with 8 carries there.
Yeah, nice job, and Cal doing a good job. It's always good to have we just got a stable of them, and we got a little stuffed up there. Vincennes did a nice job initially causing us really to earn it with four downs, but certainly able to just walk in there on that 4th down. So off to a really good start here in the first quarter, 14-0. It gives us a little bit of breathing room, and we can attack on defense and attack on offense.
So the Alice is going to try to get something going offensively. The Cats have pretty well just shut them out here in the first quarter. They actually changed tailbacks this time, as that should be the last play of the first quarter. It was carried by number 33. That was Malone. And so that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So a great start for the Jasper Wildcats. They lead this football game over the Vincennes Lincoln Alice's 14-0. You're watching the Jasper Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. Vincennes, Indiana at Inman Field. The Jasper Wildcats with a 14-0 lead over the Vincennes Lincoln Alice's. Vincennes with their 3rd possession of the game. Started at the 20-yard line. Now currently at the 23-yard line after a 3-yard gain by so the run play actually should be enough for a first down as he gets across the 30-yard line. Again, they give it to Malone for the 2nd carry of this drive. So Malone, 2 carries and a first down for the Alices. Gain of 8 on that play. So 1st and 10.
Yeah, nice little. He found a little seam in there and hit it hard. Grant came up, made a nice tackle, but just a little late.
Jay Sturkle's actually in now for the Wildcats in a linebacker spot as they pitch to Toole, this time out of the wishbone, and he is hit but spins around, and Jacob Lentz was able to bring him down, but not before he gains about 7 on that play. Gable checks back in at a linebacker spot. Day's going to run to the sideline there for the Wildcats.
Real key is, they're moving a little bit laterally, getting to the corner off the tackle there, and we got to get penetration, or we really got to shut it down and push it back inside.
In the wishbone, they pitch it out there. Malone's got it. And a good job by Victor to bring him down. I'm not sure if he had enough for the first down. He's got to get to the 41-yard line. They're going to spot it to 39, so just short by a couple of yards.
Is that Malone on that carry, or was that Toole?
Number 33, Malone, actually.
Big play here for the Jasper defense.
So a 3rd and 2 for the Owlises. Pitch out this time to Toole. They're able to slowed him up a little bit in the backfield, but he was able to get across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Got the 3 yards needed.
Just like you were saying, Schneids, he made the first guy miss, and he was able then to pick up the first down, because we were in the backfield there and went at him, but he sidestepped it and picked up the first down. Nice conversion there for them.
Actually a pickup of about 4 as they spot the ball at the 43-yard line. Second first down for the Owlises on this drive. Wishbone set up again. This time they pitch it out there. Malone not able to handle it. Loses the football but falls right back on top of it. So that'll be a loss of about 3, looks like 4 yards as they move it back to about the 39.
Yeah, really. They had a little momentum, and that drives them back. So Cats need to take advantage of this. The defense needs to swarm and make one more play and then put them in a really tough situation here.
That's one thing Vincennes has had trouble with tonight. We saw a bad snap over the quarterback's head on their first offensive play, and then a bad snap on the punt set up the Wildcats with great field position to get their second touchdown, and then right there, as they were rolling offensively, sets them back 4 yards on that pitch. So this time Oxman's going to throw the football. He threw for almost 300 yards last week, and that was his first pass attempt of the night. And he completes that over to number 4 Field. Pickup of about pickup of 7, it looks like, on that play.
Yeah, it gives them a chance at least. Puts them in 3rd and 7, another play like that, and then they got a first down. So it was a decent pickup. That's what you want to try and do when you're 2nd and long, is give you a chance on 3rd down.
And that's the thing, Bless. I mean, he's got some receivers that have some good size. Braden Field is 6'2". Anthony Hughes Smith's a tight end at 6'5". But one of his favorite targets he's not thrown to yet tonight, Caden Cotter, 6'4". Rolls out this time, throws a bullet out there, and almost picked off by the Wildcats. That was
nice coverage by Ben Winholt.
Yeah, outstanding coverage as he was intending that ball to go to Corona number 20, but boy, Bless, he was just right on top of him, wasn't he?
It was good coverage. He saw it. He sort of saw the play developing. You could see he was back, and B-Dub mixes in, or they call him Blanco on the football team, but he mixes in as safety and linebacker, but certainly saw that one coming, made a nice play, knocked it down, and I'm sure he wishes he caught that for the interception. But nonetheless, it makes it 4th down, and the Cats are going to get the ball here.
So Anthony Hughes Smith set up to punt again. He'll boot it and gets off the side of his foot. And now a very good punt. We'll see where it bounces. And a great Vincennes Lincoln bounce as that ball dropped at about the 28-yard line and then rolls all the way to the 12. So had the right spin there, Bless, for that to work out.
It just sort of went off his foot sideways, but bounced right, or correctly, I should say, and backs Jasper up.
So the Wildcats will take over on their 4th offensive possession of this football game with 8:14 to go here in the 2nd quarter. They lead the football game 14-0 over Vincennes. So Justin Gable comes out to set his troops. He's in the huddle there. And we've seen a lot of setups as far as the backfield. A lot of plays, at least, from the eye, but obviously, when they get in a goal line situation inside the 10, most of them were in the wishbone. So the give is to Blessinger here. Blessinger keeps fighting his way to get across the 15-yard line. So he gains about 3 on that play. Clock ticks at 7:56 right now. Jasper leads 14-0 over the Vincennes Lincoln Owlises. The Wildcat defense doing their job stopping Vincennes. They got a couple first downs on that last drive there, but a nice stop and took advantage of a bad snap, or actually a bad pitch on a power play. Well, Vincennes had to punt it away again, so the Cats here, and a whistle actually blows, so I think this is a delay of game on the Jasper Wildcats. So Justin Pearson, the quarterback, unless they got the timeout. Jasper's running toward the sideline, so we'll see if the coaches actually got the timeout before that flag came out. Nope, actually they are going to mark it off, so a penalty on the Jasper Wildcats moves it back 5. Sets up a 2nd and 12 now from the 10-yard line. How about some of the changes? Justin Gable still at a tight end spot for the Jasper Wildcats, but the Cats with a red formation here with the man split out. Pearson drops back to throw, throws it out in the flat to Hunter Gossett. He makes one man miss, makes another man miss, gets across the 20, and close to first down yardage there. So a nice job by Hunter Gossett. Took that pass right at about the line of scrimmage out there in the flat and was able to get good yardage after the catch. And so they're actually going to call for a measurement, I believe. The sticks are on that far side, but it looks like it's plenty for a first down, and the referee comes over and examines, and that is the case. So a nice job by Hunter Gossett. Pick up 12 there needed, and the Wildcats in business with a 1st and 10. They get knocked out of bounds, so that stopped the clock. Well, actually did not, so the clock's running again. 6:57 on the clock here. Second quarter action. Jasper leads 14-0. Pearson again with the eye backfield behind him. He gives it to Sermersheim right up the middle, and look at Sermy go. As boy, he just muscles his way past the marker. So a gain of about 12 on that play to give the Wildcats another first down. So Sermersheim blessed with his first run of the football game. Picks up a first down there.
Yeah, and he runs hard, and a little, I think, disappointing. He only had 1 carry last week, but, you know, you give him a chance, and he's going to just get positive yards just because he's so strong and big and aggressive.
This time they give it up the middle. It's Tate with the football, and he goes down, but I believe the ground caused that fumble, so he went down hard just trying to reach for an extra yard, getting it to the 39-yard line, so a gain of 5 there for Bless. 10th carry of the game, Bless?
Got him for 10 for 50.
So he's already halfway to that century mark with 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Cats sticking with the double tight end setup. Eye backfield, splits Teal to the far side. Give again to Sermersheim there. His second carry gets another first down. So very good productivity from the big senior. Number 22 gets it to the 45, a gain of 6 on that one.
Really nice carry there, and you know, just a little bit of space. You know, the quick hitters get them up into the line of scrimmage quickly, and Serm just then drives for a real nice gain there, convert the first down.
So the Cats doing an outstanding job with the run and also with the pass. They had a pass out in the flat to Hunter Gossett for 12 yards to get a first down earlier. So 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. This time Pearson's going to hold on to the football, and Gable looked like he was in a position to maybe make a block in the back, but he backed off and wisely, so a nice job by the tight end to prevent a penalty there. But Pearson was able to gain positive yardage on the play, gain of 2 there.
Yeah, I'm almost sort of a little naked bootleg, and there was some space, but had to adjust a few things as Justin did a good job of not getting called for that penalty, because you're right, it could have easily been 1st and 25.
So when you look at it that way, that was actually a positive gain of about 17 yards or 12 yards, I guess. I don't know what the clock in the back is. Throws it out there high to Teal, but he goes up high to get it. And the Wildcats into Vincennes territory as they take that play across the 35 to about the 32-yard line. So a nice job by Grant Teal to haul that one in, Bless.
Yeah, really went up and got it, and it was a nice play by Pearson. Justin threw it out there and threw it high to his backside and to the open space, and just a nice connection. Real nice play there.
21 yards on the pickup and a first down again for the Wildcats.
This time we'll take it down to the 26-yard line.
Cats quickly getting to the line of scrimmage, and the dive play up the middle to Blessinger. Picks up 5.
Blessinger now the fullback and Kruger the running back as they flip these up. Tate has run well from fullback and well from running back tonight.
And that's the thing, Bless. I mean, as far as looking at some of the guys on the defensive line for Vincennes, we're seeing guys going both ways, including Hugh Smith and also Ellis. Plays also an offensive guard spot. He's in a nose guard position here. They give it to Grant Teal, trying to get it to him on a jet sweep play there, but it doesn't go and actually loses a few yards.
Yeah, and somebody was on him right away. Just good penetration by the Vincennes defensive line.
So a loss of 4 on that play.
Yeah, unfortunately, Brandon Yoakum's not going to be able to hide on the film on that one. His guy just kind of went past him and blew that play up for Grant, unfortunately.
Yeah, one of the defensive players for Vincennes is Jack Cunningham, playing a defensive end spot. He's got pretty good quickness out there. Pearson sets up, throws it. Looked like it was intended to go to Teal, but Teal cut inside and he threw to the outside, so that falls incomplete, forcing a 4th down. And so it looks like the Wildcats are set up to punt here unless they're going to go for a long field goal. You never know.
Yeah, they're going to set up for the punt or the fake punt because we're down in the 35. Are we putting the
Kruger's got the tee in his hand. Yeah, so this would set up. We'll see where he sets the football. It's probably going to be at about the 30. That's a 47. Set it right at the 37-yard line. So a 47-yard attempt. We know he's got the leg.
Certainly has the leg.
Here's the snap. We're going for it. Kick is up, and it doesn't quite go end over end. He gets it to the end zone, but not far enough for the kick. But that moves it back to the 20-yard line, though,
so,
right?
I mean, it's not a bad play, really, because you're 4th and long, and you got a leg that far, and a lot of times on those longer field goals, you just try and oomph it a little more, and I think that's what Cal did and got it a little bit sideways, but it moves it to the 20. So, I mean, if you punt and it goes into the end zone, it's the same thing.
Absolutely.
So might as well go for it and try and get a good field position situation, which is exactly what we've done.
I think that's one thing that they're trying to do at the high school level is encourage more field goal attempts, and that's the reason why they put that rule in there. Because you take that in the NFL, that's actually where the ball was spotted, so that would have moved the football back 7 yards of where it was at the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you get penalized in the NFL, and you benefit from it from high school, which I think is a good rule.
So Vincennes spreads things out this time. So Grant Oxman, their quarterback, gives it to the back in the backfield, trying to see who that was. Gains 4 on the play. It's actually, was that Graham Toole? Yep. So Toole picks up 4 on their first down play there.
Got a nice new press box here, but still not enough room for everybody. They made it taller. They should have made it wider.
I agree.
The windows aren't.
Plenty of room for the cameras upstairs, but not much for all the sportscasters and the
old.
They actually run a little Statue of Liberty play here, and the Cats finally bring them down. Field number 4 took that ball from the quarterback in the backfield there, and he rushes it all the way to the 42-yard line. So a huge play for Vincennes.
We got something conversion there. I'm not sure if there's a penalty or.
Yeah, we're actually seeing the officials getting out there to talk, and I mean, if it's a handoff behind, I mean, there's no problem there. But actually, a flag. I guess it's a flag because everybody's moving back.
Yeah, they're talking to the Wildcat captain. So
personal foul, face mask on Vincennes.
Wow,
so had nothing to do with the play other than a lineman or somebody must have grabbed a face mask of the Wildcat defender and trying to see where they're actually going to spot this from.
So it would be it'd be a first down and then back from there, right? Is that the way?
Well, not really sure.
Yeah, I guess it depends.
I think if it's a face mask, wouldn't it? It's almost like a hold where it should be where the
foul
spot
occurred.
of the foul, yeah.
I never did see a flag, but certainly right away the referee was talking about it.
Right. Yeah, so they're actually taking it from where the play stood, so penalty moves it back, and then that makes it. So in that situation, Bless, that's not even a first down, I don't think, because they move this football to the 27-yard line. He's got to get to the 30 for the first down. So
it's a net gain of 3 yards for number 4.
I'm trying to figure out the stats there, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it'd be a net carry of 3 yards, I guess.
So the ball at the 27-yard line, 2nd and 4 for Vincennes. 4 wide receivers split, single man back there with the quarterback. And he gives it, I believe that was to Quintanilla, number 23, straight up the middle. It's his first carry of the ball game.
It's going to be just shy. It'll be 3rd and short.
Gabe Quintanilla, 5'11". He's a junior now. I know I've been calling his name, I think, for the last 3 years for Vincennes. They have a number of players that played as freshmen that are now just juniors. Quarterback Grant Oxman, he played a little bit of quarterback last year. It's time they give it to Quintanilla again. He finds an opening as he runs to the right side there. Initially went to his left, and he's just gets the ball to the 47-yard line. So a nice pickup there for the Owls for the first down. Gain of about 19 on the play.
Yeah, they called the right play. They had a linebacker blitz to the outside, which left a big open hole on the inside. And big gain there for Vincennes to convert on the 3rd down.
Oxman throwing long and just over the outstretched arms of Spencer Corona. The 5'9" receiver, just a freshman, not able to bring that in. I would think, Bless, if you're going to go airborne, I'd rather be going to Caden Cotter at 6'4" versus a 5'9" receiver, but
yeah, he threw into a group there, and I mean, it was good coverage by the Wildcats. They kept everybody with them or in front of them. Ben Winholt on the coverage there.
So with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go here in the first half, Jasper leads 14-0. Vincennes just shy of midfield at the 47.
We really have not really seen him go to Cotter yet, the tall sophomore receiver.
It's time on a little draw up the middle. Not much there for Quintanilla. Gains 2 on the play. So the ball now rests at the 49-yard line. Clock ticking with 52 seconds to go. And Alice is now facing a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, they're going to, even if they convert, they're going to run out of time here. So
8 seconds on the play clock, 34 on the game. Trips wide receivers to the left side. Oxman throws across the middle. He does make a play, and look at Grant Teal come down with the football at the 25-yard line. He's got an opportunity for a return here, but he is caught there by Spencer Corona as he's able to bring him down, but not before he returns the ball to the 38-yard line. So a nice job by Grant Teal to pick that one off, and that time he did go to Caden Connor, Bless.
Yeah, he did, and Grant stayed back, kept him in front of him, read the quarterback, and came up and made the play, just like Coach Roletter needs to teach us in the old defensive backfield. Nice play and a good return. And, you know, we got 20 seconds here. I don't know if we'll do too much here, but certainly have an opportunity to have the ball. And we know Vincennes isn't likely to pick up a score.
Well, Vincennes wants to take a break right before the end of the half. So with 20.8 to go, we'll take a break in the action. Jasper leads this football game 14-0 here in the second quarter. You're watching the Wildcats and against the Vincennes Lincoln Alices here on 18 WJTS. With 20.8 to go here, we'll see what they decide to do after the Grant Teal interception. But Bless, we were talking about that pass play where they had trips to the far side there, but Oxman rolls to his right, obviously looking for his favorite target in Cotter, but Grant Teal just read it perfectly.
Yeah, there was really not a lot of deception on Grant's part. He stayed back because he knew they had a long way to go on the 3rd down, and just came back and stayed with it. And
Cats bring Teal in motion on that play, and I think it was just a situation. They plan on running this clock out, but just maybe wanted to see if something can happen here. But Now I think actually Jasper is going to call a timeout with 12.6 seconds to go. And I'll tell you, I don't know if you've been watching the NFL games recently, but clock management has been. Did you watch last night's game, the Broncos?
I did, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that last play where it's like it looked like they should have just ran the clock out, and then all of a sudden, fumble,
touchdown,
yeah,
lose the game, yeah.
So
that was a big shift.
So hopefully, I think the Cats just need to take a knee here, but we'll find out after this break. Jasper leads at 14-0 over the Vincennes Lincoln Alices. We'll be back right after this. Jasper Wildcats split out 5 wide receivers with 12.6 to go here.
We're certainly in the high-octane offense. I don't think we're kneeling down on this one, so let's see what happens.
Pearson's going to throw long to the sideline, and a receiver falls down, and a flag flies. So we'll see if this is a pass interference, because if it is,
and we get another. Well, there's still 6 seconds to go.
6.3 to go. Yeah.
We can run that again, and then get another interference, and then kick a field goal.
And number 20, Spencer Corona, was over there defending on the play. So a 15-yard penalty will give the Wildcats, should be enough for a first down. It's basically 2nd and 14 or so.
Jasper sticking to it.
Oh, they're going to call it. I guess they're saying the pass wasn't catchable. And the receiver looked like he fell down before there was any contact, in my opinion. But so 6.3 to go. So the Cats will have to run another play. It's 3rd and 13. But here's the thing, Bless. You know, you just try to run the clock out. That stops the ball. They can call a timeout, setting up the Wildcat. Well, yeah, unless they'd have to run around a little bit. You just have to use as much clock as you can on this play, but you know, I don't think Jasper would punt in that situation. But
hey, we're going at it though. We're being aggressive, and I guess they know it because they're playing back at the 40-yard line.
Actually, Pearson runs the football, so gets plenty of yardage there. Gets the first down, so he picks up 15 on that play, and that will run the clock out. So a nice job by Pearson there to run the clock out. So the Cats had 6 seconds or so on the clock, and they will go into halftime with a 14-0 lead. So, Bless, give me your thoughts on the first half.
Well, Jasper wanted to run the ball. We did a good job of that. Really controlled the game. You know, gave up a little bit of yardage on some offense, but I think we'll make adjustments and handle it well. But really a good first half for the Wildcats. You know, maybe we'd like to have another touchdown or so, but certainly control the game, and that's what Jasper's about, controlling it, not really blowing people out, and did some things that they wanted to, establish the run a little bit, and went right at it. So it's a good first half, I think.
So Jasper leads the game 14-0. They got their first score from Cal Kruger from 30 yards out, and his kick was good to make it 7-0 with 4:26 to go in the first quarter. And then with 18 seconds, Cats were able to punch it in on their 4th play as they had the football at the 6-yard line after a bad snap to the Vincennes punter, and Kruger took it in from 2 yards out. And his kick was good to give the Wildcats their 14-0 lead at this point. So we're at halftime. We'll take a break in the action here. We'll be back for the second half. Jasper leads Vincennes 14-0. You're watching the Jasper Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. Field in Vincennes, Indiana. The Jasper Wildcats enjoying a 14-0 lead over the Vincennes Lincoln Alices. And the Wildcats offense will be getting back on board tonight with 30 offensive plays and 177 yards, and holding Vincennes to 22 plays and only 53 yards. And so, Bless, defensively, the Wildcats doing a great job tonight stopping this Vincennes offense that last week rolled for about 500 yards, including almost 300 yards from their quarterback, Grant Oxman. So talk about how this defense is playing so far at this point.
Well, you can tell by watching that there's some electric players, some guys that have some skill on the Vincennes side, making guys miss and all that. And, you know, good defense from Jasper's always been a hallmark of the pursuit and people chasing and not letting the big play happen. And so far we've been able to do that, and that combined with, you know, controlling the ball a little bit and clock with the running game certainly helps. So and then a couple of you know, nice defensive plays on sacks and a couple of breaks on penalties. All that together puts Jasper in a pretty good spot here to start the second half.
And the Wildcats getting their running game in order with 22 carries for 122 yards, led by Blessinger with 12 carries for 56 yards. So talk about how Tate's running the football tonight.
Well, you know, Tate's he's a hard runner. All the Wildcat runners are, and certainly they have some skill. So, you know, that's good, and, you know, it can't be missed in this whole situation, and we are missing Still, Brett Hof, are really our leader and the most experienced offensive lineman, and a guy that helps a lot with Carson Englert. So the other guys have had to step up, guys that haven't played much. And, they're doing a good job for the most part of creating just enough room to get our skilled guys some space. Grant's had a couple of tough plays on some jet sweeps where the guy crossed the line, so we're going to have to stop that and just make sure we get a surge or hold guys close or, maybe mix that play up a little bit. But certainly, our guys are running hard. I think our offensive line's working hard against a big front for Vincennes, and just need to keep plowing at them, keep working at them, and really control the clock and then control the game. That's really what Jasper, I felt like they did. Never were in much trouble in the first half, but really, as we learned last week, you're one big play away from being in trouble. So, it'd be nice to stop them coming out here in the second half. 3 and out, get the ball back, go down and score somewhere, another field goal, a touchdown or something. And that creates that extra separation of, hey, one big play still keeps you 2 scores ahead. And that's what we weren't able to do last week. And I think if we can do that and get in that position today, we'll just, keep driving at them, and it should be able to put this away.
Well, the 14 points on the board came from Kruger's 30-yard touchdown run in the first quarter, and then also followed that up with a 1-yard touchdown run late in the first quarter. So they lead this football game 14-0. They did attempt looked like a 47-yard field goal attempt by Kruger, but it was actually, we found out later, I thought it was just a bad, kick, and it wound up actually somebody got a finger on that play. So unfortunately, the Cats didn't get a chance to see if that would have gone in or not. But, so Kruger doing the job as far as getting the Cats scoring there. Offensively also, the passing department, Justin Pearson, the sophomore quarterback, 4 of 8 passing for 55 yards, and a big play to a couple guys, actually 23 yards on a play going to Grant Teal, and then also Justin Gable at a tight end spot had a nice 20-yard reception.
Yeah, a couple of real nice completions there. Justin Pearson put him in the right place. And made nice connections, and those are good athletes we got to get it to. And I think another nice completion to Gossett there. And,
right.
He's going to settle down and get better. And the key here is as a sophomore and a guy that has a lot of weapons to work with, we just can't put too much pressure on him to have to do it. And
right.
I think he had a decent game of staying in control last week, but tonight, we're really not forcing the issue with him. Because of our running game working a little bit. Big plus there on the running game also was Sermi coming in there at fullback, doing a little double work from the defensive line,
right.
Where he's now pretty much a standard fixture, and getting a couple of really big carries of 12 and 6 yards to come out with 18 yards there. And that's just a big bonus there to have him come in there and plow up there a few yards to ease everything up or break it up a little bit.
So this time Kruger will kick into the wind to start the second half. So Graham Toole may get an opportunity to return one. He's going to field it right there at the 2-yard line and gets across the 15 to the 20. And Tate Blessinger meets him right there. And he actually was able to muscle his way a little bit further there to about the 25-yard line. So Vincennes will start off 1st and 10 from that spot. That was everything, too, on that 47-yard field goal, is that he was kicking into the wind too. So
that's true, and it is a pretty good wind. A difference of 10 yards here. He kicks it to the goal line or at the 1,
right,
and the other way it was going out of the end zone.
Absolutely.
It wasn't going in; it was going out. So, he caught it pretty good high kick, and not bad coverage for the Wildcats to get them started here at the 25.
So as we mentioned, Oxman with over nearly 300 yards passing last week. It looks like they're going to open things up, but they do give it to Toole up the middle there, and he's able to gain maybe about 2 or 3 on that play.
Good job by the defensive lineman. One thing that's hard to watch while you're just watching football generally is that work of the defensive linemen, and their job really isn't to go find guys to tackle, but once they feel like they're getting pressured back and not moving the pile forward, they just got to drop and create a pile, and they did a nice job there because it's hard to see who or how that guy got tackled, but that was a nice job by the defensive line just to create the pile and leave no place to go.
Yeah, so the Cats actually with 4 down linemen right now with Alleman and Boone John there, and actually the quarterback kept the football on the option play there. Probably a good decision because it was actually the pitch man was well covered by the defensive end, Ben Sheeter. So Oxman gains maybe a yard on that play, so sets up a 3rd and 7 situation for the Owlses. Just underway here in the 3rd quarter. Jasper leads the football game 14-0, 10:35 on the clock.
Third and long, big play here for the Wildcat defense. Coming out of the halftime, we need a big stop here.
Oxman sets up, throws across the middle, and his tight end cannot hang on to the football. So Hunter Smith, a big target, 6'5", cannot haul that in. And so the Wildcats will get this football back with a 3 and out. So a good start defensively for the Jasper Wildcats there.
Good start. He had a man, though, and really just a drop. And, he dropped a snap a while ago when he was punting. So break for the Wildcats, but we were there to tackle him. I don't know if he'd had first down yardage, but it makes it easy whenever guys don't catch footballs.
Actually, it was Anthony Hughes Smith. I said Hunter Smith, I believe, but he's back here to punt right now. And he loses the football again. It's the second time he's not able to handle a snap, but he does get a punt off. And he gets another friendly bounce as it bounces across the 40 to about the 30. We'll see where they spot this ball, but the Cats are getting a huge break here, Bless. Wow. It looked like it bounced at about the 42-yard line there and then went out of bounds at, I would have said, to 37, but the official is giving the Jasper Wildcats the football right there at about the 44-yard line. So the Cats getting a little advancement there of about 7 yards. Really, the big break is the Wildcats were setting up for a return and not putting much pressure on at all. And, the ball gets dropped again, and he's still able to get off to shift the field position a little bit. Cats come out with the I backfield. Pearson under center. Pitch out to Blessinger. Blessinger hurdles his way over the 45. Comes down at about the 47. So a pickup of 3 on the play. You had to get over the top of that, but I really like to see guys leave their feet because you can't do much with it. When you're in the air, you can't cut, you can't move. But a good effort. Especially if you don't land on your feet. Yeah, exactly. So gain of 3 on the play. Ball rests now at the 47-yard line. 9:35 to go here in the second quarter. Twins to the far side there. Cats split out their formation a little bit. Still remain with the I backfield. Play action. Pearson throws it out there to the flat a little bit high, but Teal hauls it in. So a nice catch there by number 9. He's able to haul in a couple high passes from Pearson. So really, good job by Teal to help out his sophomore quarterback. Yeah, really helped him out there on a nice catch. Fully extended, pulled it down. Now we got 3rd and short and what I'd call 4-down territory here. So I'd look for Sermi right there over the center. So we'll officially call it a 6-yard gain there. So 3rd and we'll call inches. It looks real close over there as far as the yard marker. Tate gets the football, plenty for the first down, still on his feet, keeps fighting his way close to the 40-yard line, to I'll say maybe the 41-yard line. Yeah. So a nice pickup there of about 5 yards the tough way. Yeah, nice carry. He didn't give up after the first down, kept fighting for a couple more, and every yard counts. So nice carry, a little space, just what we needed. Pick up the 3rd and short conversion. So Justin Pearson engineering a drive here for the Cats. Another first down. They give it to Sermersheim on the dive up the middle, and takes about 6 or 7 Alice's to bring him down. Good first down, positive yardage. Number 63 in on the stop, and Charles Ellis needed all of his 6'4", 290 pounds to bring him down. Cats again on this first drive, controlling things, nice running plays, nothing too fancy, nothing too long, just keep controlling the game, nothing too risky. Pearson throws it out in the flat, nice pass play there. Hauls it in. Over there is Tanner Egbert. So he gets the football across the 30-yard line, so a nice pickup of about 9 or 10 on that play. Yeah, nice play action, and Tanner in the flat. Granted, ran his guy off, and Tanner with a good route to
create separation in the flat, make a nice catch. And Justin Pearson, put it into place it needed to. We got Gable in at fullback. As we talked earlier, might be playing a couple of different spots. So
actually the ball is resting at the 31-yard line, and Vincennes' defense wants to talk about it. So we'll take a break here. Jasper leads this football game 14-0 here in the third quarter with 7:50 to go. You're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS.
Food, the yummy frontier. These are the voyages of Sonny's at Circle A Food Mart. Its continuing mission to explore interesting new food, to seek out new tastes and new flavor profiles, to boldly go where no gas station food has gone before.
Sonny's grilled chicken subs, made with fresh, not frozen chicken tenders. Comes in grilled chicken cordon, grilled chicken bacon ranch, and Southwest grilled chicken. Sonny's food, out of this world.
At Ruxer Ford, people come for Ruxer certified 171 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs.
Ruxer technicians give every pre-owned vehicle a rigorous 171-point inspection before you ever see it. It's our pledge. Every Ruxer certified vehicle is backed by Ruxer All Care. That's 171 steps in our certification process for any make, any model.
Since 1921, we've earned your trust and your business. For excellent certified vehicles, visit us in Jasper, Indiana, or online at ruxer.com.
Are you tired of paying those enormous energy bills each month? Geothermal users are saving thousands of dollars each year by switching systems. Maringer Plumbing and Heating has the best geothermal experts in the area and the latest technology to help you save. Geothermal systems exchange heat with the earth to give you the lowest energy cost possible. Call Maringer's Plumbing and Heating at 812-482-4425 and find out how much you can save by switching to a geothermal system today.
Back once again here at Inman Field, Vincennes, Indiana. Jasper with the football, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line of Vincennes. Gives to Blessinger there, and he's able to get to the outside and breaks one tackle, but finally about 4 Vincennes. Lincoln Alice is led by number 82, Anthony Hughes Smith, is what it takes to bring him down. So Tate getting some hard-fought yards here in this football game, Bless, but a nice pickup of 5.
Yeah, good first down gain again. Positive yardage. Got away from that first guy, just couldn't get upfield after they had good pursuit.
Let's do the eye again.
Clock ticks at 7:14. Jasper leads 14-0. Ball rests at the 27-yard line. Another play-action play. Throw out in the flat. Nice play there by Egbert again to bring that in. He's able to get away from one guy and gets it down too close to the 10-yard line. So a huge play of about 16, 17 yards there, and now the sophomore quarterback building some confidence on this drive here, Bless.
Yeah, and that was a really nice route by Egbert. He did a little move to the inside to shake his guy and had plenty of space, and then almost took off without it, but held on to it, made a nice catch, good concentration, a little run with it. It's a good junior athlete, just creates depth. Some of those guys we talk about that haven't had a lot of action yet are going to be real important as we move our thing down into.
Cats again on the first down, and he's got a man wide open. It is intercepted at the last second right there in the end zone. He had, I think it was Grant Teal, was it?
Yeah, it was Hunter Gossett.
Hunter Gossett, okay.
For a long time, wide open. Saw him late, and then it was too late.
So number 25, Jack Cunningham, comes out of nowhere and picks that pass off. So the Vincennes Lincoln Alice's will get the football back at the 20-yard line. Cats had a nice drive going there.
Yeah, really, the play was there, although he was checking down. He was looking at receivers, so by the time he got there, it was a little too late to let it go. And it gave the Alice's a chance to make a play on the ball after he had checked it down a little bit. That's disappointing because we were moving the ball, certainly, and controlling it. So now let's see what the defense can do to try and get it back here.
So Vincennes will start at the 20-yard line after the pickoff in the end zone. Read option there by the quarterback. Oxman keeps it himself, and Cat's not fooled. It's Boone John in there to help make the stop. Also, Sheeter in on the play. So no gain on that play. 2nd and 10.
Good job by the defense. He was really on the read option, just held on to it a long time, waiting to see what was going to happen, and It didn't matter if he handed it off or he kept it himself. The Wildcats, two or three of them were there to clog things up. So it's a good start for the Wildcat defense. See if they can keep him here in third in a tough situation.
So Gable drops back into pass coverage there, and Oxman really has nowhere to go. He's able to get away from one tackler and eventually knocked out of bounds there by Jay Sturkels. So he gets close to the 25-yard line. Going to mark it right there at the 25, so a gain of 5 there by Oxman.
Tate came up and had a shot at him and just missed him. He was able to get away from Tate and get a few extra yards if Tate makes that play. It's a really tough situation, but still 3rd and 5, and need a big play for the Cats here on 3rd down.
Clock is stopped at 5:46 right now. Jasper leads 14-0. Oxman looks to his left, throws it out there, and just a little bit in front of the receiver, Braden Field. And the 6'2 senior cannot bring that one in, so this will force Vincennes into a punting situation. So another good job by the Wildcat defense. Didn't see he was defending on that play, but
it's Wagner on the play. Luke Wagner defending. He was right there and sure made enough disruption to keep that play from happening. I'd like to see the Wildcats not necessarily come and try and block it, but they got to, with the difficulties that they've had, they got to get someone at least moving toward the backfield in case he drops this again, because he's certainly having trouble back there. I don't know if he's distracted, taking his eye off the ball or what. So
Luke Wagner, 6'3" himself, so a good matchup there for the Wildcats to cover that play. Hugh Smith is going to give Teal a chance to return it from the 40. Gets across the 45, across midfield, the 50, down to about the 46-yard line. And he is knocked out of bounds at that spot right there. Number 68 covering on the play is Zach McGavick. He's a linebacker and also offensive lineman for the Vincennes Lincoln Alices. So the Cats in great field position. Defense does the job, and so kind of, a little bit further back, but right back in business here, Bless, for another scoring opportunity.
Yeah, and we got the ball again. If we burn time, that keeps us in a good spot, but really, we really needed to find some points on that last one. We've dodged that bullet, so now let's go get some points on this one. It's really what needs to happen. The Vincennes is certainly making us earn it. It's nothing big and everything. I mean, just nothing's being broken, but that's all right. Just chip away. It burns clock. And
Blessinger is able to get to the outside. He's got some running room across the 40 to the 30, across the 25, still on his feet before I think he stepped out of bounds. They're going to mark it right there at the 20-yard line. So a nice 26-yard run, starting from the 46-yard line. So Tate Blessinger come up with a huge play here.
Nice job of bouncing it outside there. Nothing much inside. He was able to get to the corner and fought through some guys there at the end. Nice run.
Yeah, actually we'll officially call it a 24-yard run as they mark it at the 22. But regardless, the Wildcats in a great spot here, just shy of the red zone. They're in the red zone now as Blessinger.
That's Gable, actually.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah.
Saw the one there. So Justin Gable, as you mentioned, moved around a little bit offensively. Nice run there from his fullback spot, gain of 5.
Yeah, it is Gable. No, you aren't correct. You aren't correct. It is Gable. It's Gable.
So Justin Gable getting involved in the Wildcat offense.
He's really done a nice job of accepting a new role, not as the quarterback, but still a senior leader on the team, playing a lot of different spots now.
Pitch out here. Kruger's able to get to the outside. Gets across the 15 to the 10. Stays on his feet, but then is knocked out of bounds inside the 5 at about the 4. So he took that, actually, they showing from the 18 down to the 4-yard line, so a 14-yard pickup there for the senior running back. So the Wildcats back in business here, looking to put more points on the board. They lead 14-0 right now. Clock stopped at 4:34 right now. Pearson under center, raises up the throw, throws a bullet out there, a little bit behind the receiver, but a flag does fly, so we'll see if there was maybe some movement at the line of scrimmage or something, but they never indicated touchdown.
I think it was either
Teal, I think, made a nice catch on it, but
Yep, it is a false start on the Jasper Wildcats, so they'll move them back to the 9-yard line. Still first and goal for the Jasper Wildcats.
it's a good play call, splitting Grant way out there with a single coverage and just letting him run a little slant and try and make a play on his guy.
Third penalty whistled on the Jasper Wildcats tonight. 15 yards on those penalties. So Cats first and goal from the 9.
That's the thing about that slant. The guy takes it, there's nothing really back to the other end zone. Edwards and Teal down to the far side.
First and goal. He's got to control the ball here.
He's actually bringing Teal into a tight end spot. Moves Egbert off the line over there, split right. He's going to run the option this time. Pitches it out to Blessinger. Blessinger sees the opening, stiff arms his man, gets across the 5, and knocked out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. So about 6 tough yards on that run there, Bless.
Yeah, he earned him. Justin Pearson did a real nice job of reading it and then getting out there and getting a few extra yards as he pitched it out there. A lot of times that's tough as a high school quarterback to feel comfortable enough to let it go, and he did, and got a few extra yards. Now we're up in there tight, and let's take this wishbone right in the end zone here.
Actually, we'll give him 7 yards on the play. Cats now second and goal from the 2. Gives straight up the middle. Sermersheim gets it across the goal line for the touchdown. So the Wildcats take advantage of good field position and march right down for the score to give the Wildcats a 20-0 lead at this point with 4:17 to go here in the third quarter.
Nice drive. A lot of running, a couple little passes in there mixed in. Controlled passing game to the outside. Good routes, good open throws. And Cats did what they needed to do. Need to get that extra score to really create separation here.
So Kruger set to kick the extra point here. And he puts it straight through. So the Jasper Wildcats lead Vincennes here on Inman Field in Vincennes, Indiana, 21-0 with 4:17 to go here in the third quarter. You're watching the Jasper Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. Kruger's kick is underway. We'll see if he can get it to the goal line this time. It's actually Stradlin does not step in, so Toole's going to have a return opportunity. Gets actually held. I don't think he got to the 20-yard line, so returns at about 18 yards. And I think they are going to spot it right at the 20, so that's where Vincennes will take over. So the Wildcat defense doing an outstanding job so far holding Vincennes. Over the last 2 weeks, scored well over 100 points in their 2 wins.
Yeah, really not much rushing yardage and almost no passing yards.
So Jasper leads this football game 21-0, 4:10 to go here in the third quarter. Actually, a tight trips this time for Vincennes on the left side. They pitch it out there to Toole. Toole's able to get across the 25 to about the 26-yard line, gain of 6 on that play.
Good first down gain for the Vincennes Alice's. The one thing that was good to see was Sermy doing pursuit down the line of scrimmage there and got in on a tackle. It's good activity by a defensive lineman to keep chasing like that.
Spread out their trips a little bit more this time with another wide receiver to our near side, and they throw the bubble screen out there and just a drop. So they're not doing much favors for their quarterback. Braden Field not able to hang on to that football, so Grant Oxman, his pass attempt goes incomplete, and now a 3rd and 5 from the 25 for the Vincennes Lincoln Alices.
I've been impressed with the way he's read the defenses tonight. I've been impressed with his throws.
I guess we'll just say the intimidation by the defense forced that play, right?
You heard footsteps or something, or wanted to take footsteps.
Right. 4 wide receivers split out, 2 to both sides. Try a quick hitter over here, just get it into Cotter's hands. I think he caught that. They're going to say he was right there past the 30-yard line, so that's going to be enough for a first down. We'll call it a gain of 6, where he's spotting that football. So that keeps Vincennes' drive alive. We'll move the chains with 3:21 to go here.
You know, for a Vincennes offense that had a big offensive output by their passing game last week, that's just their second completion that I have,
right,
for a total of 13 yards. So the Jasper defense doing a good job of controlling that.
Actually, Oxman keeps it this time on the read option and doesn't gain much, if he gained anything at all there. Good job by Jay Sturkholz putting a pop on him.
Yeah, flying down the field, and the quarterback lost his helmet. He's going to have to take a play off.
Yeah, that brings Dylan Flynn running to the sideline.
I don't understand how so many helmets come off these days. Schneids, whenever we played, we couldn't get them off when we wanted to.
Oh, I know.
They were so dang tight.
Right. Tate was also on that play there. So I think it was Jace's job to slow him up, Tate's job to rip his helmet off, right? Actually, looks like number 4, Braden Field's going to play quarterback here, but checking into the huddle was Dylan Flynn, number 5, so he'll take one of his wide receiver spots. So Braden Field, the 6'2 senior, will give it to Toole on the left side. He tries to break to the outside. He's still on his feet as he gets across the 35 to about the 36-yard line, so a nice run there by number 6.
Good second down, positive yardage, but once again they're in a third down situation. The Cats got them in a pretty decent spot here.
So 3rd down and 4. Wildcats make some defensive adjustment as Victor comes back in.
Toole earning all of his yards. I mean, he got sort of a bad deal on that bad snap, and so minus 20, but he's just 11 carries for 30 yards so far.
So a 3rd down, this 4-4 defense by the Wildcats doing an outstanding job tonight as he tries to air it out. Oxman was back in on that play and went right to Field, and he wasn't able to bring it up over there on the sideline. And Vincennes at this particular point might as well go for it on 4th down. They're down by 3 touchdowns with 1:48 to go here in the 3rd quarter, so kind of a gamble in this situation. But again, bless, they're just not really getting anything going. They need to get some sort of momentum going if they can convert this 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a whole quarter to play, so you never know. I mean, things can change real quick. So the 4th down, I mean, if they punt, you know, there's just not much change in the game here if they punt. So
John Hayden, his 9th year here at Vincennes, makes the decision. 4th and 4 for the Owls.
Owls has had a lot of drops in situations so far in this game.
And tries to hit his receiver on the outside. Pass was intended. That was actually, it looks like it was number 20. He threw that football to, so Corona's not able to bring it up. And the Wildcats, with great field position, will take over. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line.
Another nice job by the defense. You know, they put a little pressure on the quarterback, made him get it out quick. And not so quick that like he was going to get sacked, but you know, if you just feel a little bit of pressure, you squeeze the ball a little bit too hard, you don't zip it into the guy's gut, and it's just a little bit wide, and coverage was there. I don't know if he'd have made it if he'd have caught it, but certainly a good job by the defense. So now let's take it back down.
But again, I just think in a situation like that, set up that 5-yard pass to go to Caden Cotter at 6'4" versus Spencer Corona, the freshman, at 5'9". Pearson all the way on a quarterback keep. The sweep gets to the outside. He runs out of bounds, but a nice pickup there of about 6.
That was, I think, a design play to just trying to get him to the edge. He's a good athlete, so not a bad play. Good pickup of 4 yards there to start.
So quite a night for the first official start for Justin Pearson. Played most of the game last week. Had some struggles, obviously, against a tough Heritage Hills defense, but tonight having an outstanding night.
Yeah, not bad at all. He's 7 for 12 on passing. He did throw that interception, but really been composed and been able to manage the offense quite well.
Ball at the 32-yard line. Tate gets it on a power play, stays on his feet. Almost an opening there, but one Vincennes tackler brings him down. So that's Spencer Corona, the freshman. He's actually made a few plays tonight. He had a nice tackle on Teal earlier. Tate gets it to the 21-yard line, so the Wildcats with 1st and 10 from there. Egbert and Teal split out to our near side. Give it to Blessinger there. Nice job by Vincennes to stuff that play. Number 65, bullying his way, Ben Lewis. So the 220-pounder stops Blessinger and actually knocks him back for a 1-yard loss. We're inside a minute here in the third quarter. Jasper leads 21-0.
Yeah, 2nd and long, and we got a short field, so 4 down territory. And the other big thing is here we want to get into the 4th quarter with the ball or a score here. So there's just 40 seconds to go, so just keep our composure and make something good happen.
Play action this time, wide open receiver. If he can get it there before the safety can pick it up, and he hauls it in. I think that's Grant Teal.
Great catch.
Outstanding play there. So the Wildcats with a play action play. The sophomore quarterback puts it right on the money, just over the outstretched arms of Caden Cotter, the safety. And the Wildcats on the board again just before the end of this third quarter with 30.1 to go.
Yeah, nice play. The defender almost got a hand on it, but Grant kept great concentration, and Justin put it in a great spot, make a play. So we got the score. Not the ball going into the 4th quarter, but I think we'd just be glad to have those points on the board.
So we'll call it number 10 to number 9, 21 yards out, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So a 21-yard pass play from the sophomore Justin Pearson, right on the money to Grant Teal, and Jasper leads this football game 28-0. You're watching the Jasper Wildcats here on 18 WJTS.
Mascots, big old choice for country.
Well, the world can be real tough. Find shelter in me. If there's no one else to love, keep me in mind.
101 Country.
She don't know just how hard it is to make it look so easy.
WBDC.
Let it come down on me. Let it come down on me. Let it rain.
In midfield, the Wildcats set to kick it off after they score on a 21-yard pass play from Justin Pearson, throwing on the money to Grant Teal. But Grant Teal made an outstanding catch on that play, Bless.
Yeah, it's just really a beautiful athletic play by a great athlete, and nice kick there again. But Justin put it in a nice spot, back of the end zone. He knew where Grant was going to be, and the defender was closing on it, tried to make a play on it, just didn't quite get there, and Grant just did a nice job of keeping his concentration and looking it in and coming down with it with the big touchdown.
So no time goes off the clock. We're at 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Nice job by Kruger to boot it into the end zone with the wind. Still a pretty heavy wind here, so looked like he tried to keep that kick a little bit low there, but
yeah, he took it out of the wind. A little low liner. I mean, he usually kicks it so high, even on when they cover it or return it, you get good coverage because of his height.
And the Wildcat defense just does an outstanding job again, keeping Graham Toole basically out of this football game. You know, he's again one of those players that I'm not going to say he's a Kenton Cruz, equal, but he's got this same type of, scoreability that he does.
He definitely has some ability to make people miss, and he's got some speed, and you just sort of sense that he could break one at any moment, and the Cats have certainly kept him bottled up.
So when we come back, Vincennes will have the football at the 23-yard line facing a 2nd and 7. But more importantly, they are down 28 points as Jasper has dominated this football game, including a nice offensive performance here in the third quarter, and leads the Vincennes Lincoln Alices. You're watching the Jasper Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. We're ready to start here. Vincennes with the football. Trail the Jasper Wildcats 28-0. Looks like they still mostly have all their starters there, so Vincennes will be coming full force against the Wildcats, trying to get something going.
Yeah, if they could get a quick one, the game's not over,
And that's actually a quick hitter right there. He's able to hit and stride Braden Field. And picks up a first down with a nice pickup of about 12 yards on that play.
Yeah, it was a nice pitch and catch. It's the most effective that passing game's looked for Vincennes tonight.
So they split out 4 wide receivers, trips to the far side. Oxman, quick hitter this time as he throws it out there and not able to bring it in again as he attempts to hit his freshman Spencer Corona. Stops the clock at 11:38 to go. 2nd and 10 from the 35.
Reese Kleinhelter is flying up in there to try and make a play. I don't know if you heard him coming or not, but if he'd have caught it, I'm not sure he would have gotten much.
Corner covering over there is the sophomore Jacob Lentz. Also into the football game is a defensive back, Reese Kleinhelter, over on that far side. Oxman this time with a draw, picked up nicely by the Wildcats. Initially hit. I'm trying to see there as Sermersheim could have knocked him for a loss, but I think he got back to the line of scrimmage, but that slowed him up enough that nothing developed there, Bless.
Yeah, he really he created the play there and stopping it. That's a lot of times linemen do a lot of the dirty work and don't get the tackles, but good job of getting penetration and really slowing the play up and stopping it and letting the linebackers stop him for really no gain at all. So good defensive play.
Linebackers out there right now, Gable, Dirk Holst, and also Nick Day. 3rd and 9 for the Vincennes Lincoln Alices. This time they're going to try to air it out. Lentz has his back to the receiver, and Cotter's able to bring it in, but a good job there by Egbert to go over there and help him out because Lentz actually did not turn around to see where that football was, so he's able to haul that in, gets across the 40-yard line, so the Vincennes Lincoln Alice is now in Wildcat territory at the 39.
Yeah, Jacob Lentz wasn't that much out of position, really. He wasn't beat so much as the guy just made the play on the ball when Jacob didn't see it coming quick enough. And
right. Yeah, that's basically the situation there. He just didn't see the ball. The receiver did, and so he was able to bring that in. So a nice job by Egbert to knock him out of bounds before he was able to go all the way. 1st and 10 from the 39, 10:49 to go here in the 4th. Vincennes trying to make something out of a 28-0 deficit. And Braden Field has just dropped a number of passes. I don't have the stats on how many it is, but
I got a lot of dashes. I don't know which ones are drops and which ones aren't, but yeah, he's really hurting Oxman's completion percentage for sure.
Yeah, because actually last week he actually had 3 receptions for 58 yards and 2 touchdowns, but not doing his junior quarterback any favors tonight. Stops the clock at 10:45. Jasper leads 28-0. Vincennes in Wildcat territory. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Oxman looks to his left. That's where most of his receivers were. He threw it across the middle, and dangerous pass there as it was well covered. He was going to his tight end, Hugh Smith, but the Wildcats were all over that one.
Had some good pressure there. They sent Tate on a blitz, and just as he was letting go of it, he knocked the helmet off again. So.
Yeah. So that's going to change things up here. It's going to bring Field back in to play quarterback. That's
really tough on a 3rd and 10. You know, you really want your quarterback in there.
Right. Again, he's looking down at his helmet. It's like trying to figure out what the problem is, actually. He's got 2 straps on both sides there, so he's got an equipment manager or coach over there taking a look at it. So
it's just 31 jacking him up.
Absolutely. So they will be led by Braden Field here. He's not been able to do it much as a receiver tonight, so we'll see if he can do it as a quarterback.
It's 3rd and 10. Certainly, I mean, they're going to be going for it on 4th if they don't get it. So
Field will roll to his left. Chucks it out there, throws a nice ball. It looked like a push off on the offensive receiver. He pushed off on Kleinhelter over there. So he kind of pushed him out of the play right there, but no call. Falls incomplete, so now a 4th and 10.
Sent the linebacker again, so a lot of good pressure, good hit on him. I think Ben Sheeter in on it too.
So Grant Oxman checks back in. 4 wide receivers.
I have a feeling Tate's coming off the edge again.
This time he just airs it out. Right there is Luke Wagner with a great chance to just knock it away. So an outstanding coverage there by the junior.
Yeah, he was right there. Nice job. Made a play on the ball. Exactly what we needed. Maybe could have made an interception, but really didn't need it. Just did his job, knock it down.
Oh, it's the smart thing to do there, Bless.
Yeah, it really is, because we gained better field position. Certainly.
Right. So Jasper will take over on downs. Spotted at the 39-yard line. Good field position here. And it looks like most of the offensive starters have remained in the football game here. So see if the Cats continue to work on their offense.
We got Gable at fullback and Ewing at tailback.
So Ryan Ewing getting some action. We saw him in the Boonville game with a few carries. Help Wildcats continue to move the football in that game to seal that football game. So we do see a change in the backfield. Actually, Hunter McCune has moved to the right tackle spot. Rock Ebelair in the right guard spot there for the Cats. Teal splits out with Egbert over here to our near side. So Gable gets the football and the dive up the middle, gains about 3. Clock ticking here. The Cats just want to get out of this.
Yeah, now it's time to, burn some clock and maybe get some experience for some guys. And
so facing a 3rd and 6 here, 9:22 on the clock. Ball rests at the 43-yard line. Give it straight up the middle there, and that's Ewing again. Gets across the 45 to the, 45 to the 46-yard line. So he'll pick up a couple there. Actually, do spot it at the 47, so we'll give him a gain of 5. So 8:45 on the clock. Cats will go for it on 4th down. 4th and a long 2, maybe a short 3. Need to get just shy of midfield for that 1st down. And they give it to Gable, and Gable gets what he needs. So a nice 4-yard pickup there, Bless.
Yeah, really nice job. The line gave him a little room, and Justin just is pretty determined running up in there and keeps us in control of the game. That's what we want at this point. Just control it, get that clock down to next to nothing, and get out of here without anybody getting too hurt or hurt at all. And
right. So Jasper remains in business. 1st and 10 now in Vincennes territory at the 49. This time Ewing gets it, and the ball pops straight up in the air. Still on the ground, but it looks like a green jersey has picked that one up.
That's what we didn't need right there, was a fumble. In this situation, we got to take care of the ball. I mean, he's aggressive running. He busted through there with a nice quick burst. But, gives them a little momentum, a little break. They got a big mountain to climb here, but that's the kind of thing they really want to happen.
So number 35, Joe Bauer, picked up that fumble. Gives Vincennes the football back at the 47-yard line. Refs call a timeout here. See what's set up here. I think we're just trying to get everything set up on the sidelines.
It's a good opportunity they're going to be throwing it, so wouldn't surprise me if we get a turnover ourselves or pick one off and take it for 6.
Actually, Quintanilla gets the football straight up the middle. Good job by the Wildcats to stuff that one. Sermersheim in on the play along with Boone John. Tate Blessinger there. So a loss of 2 on the play. Clock moves at 6:44. Jasper leads 28-0. Been pretty well in control of this football game from the start, scoring 14 points in the first quarter.
I don't have a total tally for yardage, but the Cats have not given many up on the ground, that's for sure.
Right. Actually, at the halftime, the numbers were 18 carries for 46 yards. This time, Field hangs onto the football. Luke Wagner can't bring him down, and there's a good block. He may take this all the way. Wagner gets over to recover along with Teal and knocks him out of bounds inside the 5. But a huge pickup there for the Vincennes Lincoln Alices of about 50 on that play, Bless.
Yeah, 50 yards and 40 of it after the catch. And Luke had him wrapped up, just didn't hang on. And a little more times that he's making contact and making those tackles as he spends more time on the field, he'll bring those guys down. But really missed a chance to really not give them much there, and turns into a big play. Grant did a nice job of hustling over and keeping them out of the end zone.
We'll actually call it 49 yards on the pass play to Braden Field. So he hangs on to that pass. Field has had to play a few plays at quarterback as well. So now 3-man backfield in the wishbone. Give us the tool. Tries to find an opening, stays on his feet, but the Wildcats do stuff him there. He gains maybe 2 on the play to about the 3-yard line.
So they got a little quicker step. They're bouncing a little bit. You get a big play that gives you a little adrenaline, a little boost, but the Wildcats did a nice job of swarming to the ball and not giving too much up there.
Nice job there by Tate Blessinger to stop that play. So Cats wanted to hang on to this shutout here. 28-0 is the score, 6:37 to go. Vincennes looking to get on the board.
Coach Eckert, who used to coach here in this program, is not at all interested in them scoring a touchdown.
And that was actually great penetration there. I'm trying to see as he gets up.
Jay Sturkles was in there, and or maybe it was Ben Sheeter.
Ben Sheeter, actually, he shot from the outside and was able to make a good wrap on the running back and holds him, actually knocks him back a yard. So now they're facing a 3rd and goal from the 4. Assume that Vincennes is going to go for the touchdown as opposed to try to kick a field goal at this point. So 5:55 on the clock, 28-0 lead for the Cats. Trying to keep that shutout intact. Toole gets close to the goal line, but not there. He is maybe about a half a yard short.
Nice job of flying to the ball. Tate's in there coming from the middle linebacker spot. Another guy's stringing him out. I didn't see who else was there, but it's going to be a tough call here now.
So now the Wildcats want to take a break here. Very important for this defense to keep the shutout intact. But right now, when we come back, Vincennes will have it 1st and goal from the half-yard line. So you're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. 4th and goal from the 1. Vincennes trying to get on the board. They trail the Jasper Wildcats 28-0 right now.
A little competition. This is where the Cats need a big nasty here. Need to bring it strong and hard. And now they're going to.
Well, this is very important to the Vincennes Lincoln Alices as well. Cats called a timeout initially. Now Vincennes wants to call a timeout to make sure they got their play right. So when we come back, it'll be 4th and 1. Jasper 28, Vincennes 0. We'll be back right after this.
TV 18. Local people watching local people. WJTS CD, Jasper, Indiana.
All right, Bless, right now it's man against man. Both teams have called timeouts.
Yeah, and this is man on man over here, 1 yard away, and the Vincennes is going to want to just bust them. They're trying to read the defense and see what they might do. I'd look for, like you mentioned in the break there, a little maybe quick pass or something. If they come right at them, I got a feeling we're going to stop them.
Well, they do try the tight end pop pass, and a great job by Grant Teal to get his hand on there.
Yeah, I think Tate intercepted it, I think.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he caught it.
Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, he knocked the pass right back, and it looks like Tate Blessinger did pick that pass off.
Yeah, Grant, just as we talked about, you said they might try that little pop pass to the tight end, and I said, that's great. We're going to bring the guys up front and let Grant cover him. Grant was right there, knocked it down. 4th down, it doesn't matter much, but Tate gets his first, actually, that's his first career interception, if that's
really?
The way they credit it. So,
well, good job by Tate. Great job by Grant Teal to knock that ball away.
course, the defense really stacking it up and just only giving them, 3 yards on 4 plays there is just a really nice job by them. And, sometimes that's what you need. You need a confidence booster, and you need to feel strong and feel like you're in competition and you win one and bust it on them. And just a good job there by the defense.
So the Wildcat quarterback, Justin Pearson, straight ahead. Good call there. Anytime you get close to the goal line, you just want to get away from it. So he gains about 5 on that play, gets it to the 6-yard line, a little bit more breathing room.
Yeah, real nice job there to pull us out of the deep spot there. Most of those quarterbacks, they stick their head down and go bull forward, and if they keep their head up and just look a little bit, he really could have broke something. No one was better than that than Matt Mock.
Absolutely.
Not too many people better in a lot of things that played quarterback here at Jasper than him, but 26 on the carry. Is that 26 or is that
yes? That's actually Sam DeWitt with the carry.
Oh, yeah.
So the sophomore gets an opportunity here in a varsity game.
Good, strong sophomore running back. Him and Ewing be a nice tandem as things move forward.
So basically, we got an all-sophomore backfield right now with Pearson, Sam DeWitt, and also
it's nice to
Ryan
see
Ewing.
Nice to see Hayden McCune in a different spot. See if he can learn and provide some depth there for the offensive line at right tackle.
Ewing with a nice run there, and he gets plenty for the first down. Gain of about 6 or 7 on the play.
Definitely hanging on to the ball there, wasn't he?
So that moves the chains, and more importantly, it moves the clock. Once they get things set here, sets at 4:17 right now. Clicking now, it's at 4:14 and going. Catches need to use some time here. 20 seconds on the play clock. Pearson taking his time. Again, the development of the sophomore quarterback with an outstanding night tonight, just engineering this offense and putting 28 points on the board for this football team.
Good positive yards there on first down to get us in a decent spot. It's a 4-yard carry for Ewing.
Actually, I see Hunter McCune out there in the left tackle spot, so Hunter.
So the offensive line is bookend McCune's.
Hayden on the right side, Hunter on the left side.
His dad's going to be able to watch both of them through the binoculars.
That's true. I mean, he didn't look up here at us. There's a big opening for Ewing. Hangs onto the football. Almost knocked away from him, but he has a nice run there to the 32-yard line. So a pickup of 16 on that play. So a 1st and 10 for the Jasper Wildcats. 3:14 to go. Also out there in the left guard spot, another sophomore, Damon Hayes, number 76. So the Wildcats getting their sophomores out there with good-sized sophomores. Hunter McCune, 6'1", 270 pounds. Damon Hayes is 6'1", 225.
It's good to get those guys experience because it's a place where we really could use some depth. Sam DeWitt working hard there.
And the other thing, too, you talked about just some of the position shifts there. I mean, Heichelbeck getting as much work as he needs at the center spot. He's going to be there for a little bit until we can get Brett Hof back. But Rockley Evil-Eric getting to on the right guard spot. Hayden McCune on the right tackle spot. Eric Nardoff, a sophomore, just checked into the huddle there, number 84. And also out there, number 4, Larry Burgess in a tight end spot for the Wildcats.
Larry, a veteran, plays a pretty good role on this team, doing a lot of different things and filling in, and it's a good teammate.
Good penetration there by the Vincennes Alice's. Joe Bauer brings down Ewing in the backfield, knocks him back for a loss of about 3. Wildcats facing a 3rd and 8.
Bringing Hedinger in at quarterback, number 3, looks like. Pearson's going to take a well-deserved rest. We'll just burn this clock down. More minute 45 to go.
So Adam Hedinger now into the football game.
That is Adam Hedinger at quarterback.
Quarterback sneak up the middle, stays on his feet, so a nice run there by the junior.
Real nice job. And, I was talking about keeping your head up as a quarterback. He did that, and weaved his way in between there to pick up got the necessary yardage for a first down, which keeps us with the ball. And, there's a pretty good chance that would end it and just not give them a chance to score, and we can go home with a big goose egg on the home side of the scoreboard.
Adam Betts also here. He splits out here with Eric Nardoff to our near side. That was a 12-yard pickup by Hedinger on the quarterback sneak, so a great play there. Minute 12 to go. The Wildcats finish out. A nice night on a warm night. A little windy, as we mentioned. The wind is blowing pretty well kind of from the west to the north all night.
We should mention that for all those folks that are watching that are locally, any relatives that are out of town, let them know they can see this game repeated or it's saved on the Wildcat Booster Club website at jasperwildcatfootball.com. You can see it all over the world from there.
But most importantly, catch it at 10 a.m. on Saturdays and then 7 p.m. on Sundays on 18 WJTS as Wildcats now in the victory formation. Take a knee there. They won't need to snap it anymore with 22 seconds to go. And the Jasper Wildcats get back on track with their 4th win of the season, now 4-1. But most importantly, a Big 8 conference win. And the goal of winning the Big 8 conference for the Jasper Wildcats passes a big hurdle tonight, I think, Bless, because, you talk about Vincennes. They were the team that knocked off the Cats last year. And so I had to basically share the Big 8 title.
Puts them in a good spot for that. Certainly there's some much improved teams that we'll be facing, but other teams that you expect to be better don't look like they're doing quite as well, like Mount Carmel, but that's never a fun trip. So still some work to do, but certainly in a good spot for that conference.
All right, well, so we'll take a quick break in the action. We'll come back with a recap of this football game. Jasper wins it 28-0 over the Vincennes Lincoln Alices. This is Wildcat football here on 18 WJTS. We'll be back right after this. Jasper Wildcats defeat the Vincennes Lincoln Alices 28-0. And a quick look at the stats here for the Jasper Wildcats. Outstanding night offensively. Cats been able to move the football up and down this football field. 61 plays for 370 yards. And kind of the coming out party for a young sophomore quarterback, Justin Pearson, 8 of 13 passing for 106 yards and a touchdown. But most importantly, Bless, he was able to engineer these drives, keep things under control, and I thought the Wildcats look outstanding offensively tonight.
I'd say they looked outstanding, certainly the way compared to what we've seen certain times this year, and I think what we really established tonight was a stable offense. One that we know we can run the ball, one that, we earned everything that we had up and down the field. No big, huge plays, no big breaks, no, funky plays where we just break loose. We just grinded it out, gutted it out, missing some key guys that we thought might play a lot tonight, meaning Carson Englert out with mono. But everybody stepped up and just did a good job running the ball and a good balance with some good passing. And, we got skill players. And I think tonight what we really did was built some depth. We start getting a full-strength team as we move closer to the end of the season, into the tournament. And Pearson gets some experience, and everybody else just sort of learns their role, and we mold into something. It could still be a very special type team for Jasper, I think.
So Tate Blessinger led the Wildcats offensively with 19 carries for 110 yards. Did not get in the end zone. Kruger actually had 2 touchdowns for the Wildcats, and he had some nice runs. He finished with 51 yards on 4 carries. But, I just think you talk about the rushing attack of the Wildcats, and Tate had an outstanding night. Kruger had an outstanding night. But look at some of the other things that the Cats did there. Got Justin Gable in a fullback spot. We had some nice runs from Sermersheim to go along with that. So I thought as far as the rushing attack, that was one of the keys to the football game where we struggled a little bit last week. But, boy, it looked outstanding tonight.
It really did. Just more depth again with Justin Gable playing linebacker. Creates depth there, and then at fullback, and he had a nice catch at tight end. I think that's our first completion to tight ends this year, so that's something new, something we really needed to do. Another big big effort that really stood out was some really nice pass patterns and catches by Tanner Egbert to build the depth there at receiver. We know we got other guys that we really aren't on the stat sheet tonight that can play, but that was nice to see him in there as he plays defense as well. And, Sermy, too, him coming in at fullback, I mean, you need 2 yards, and he's just the biggest guy. When he's got his mind set on something, he can get 2 or 3 yards. And it's just a lot of depth, and it looks really good. And, the defense has really done a great job all year long. Comes up with a big shutout tonight, too, and against a team that scored over 50 points last week. So, big thing there right at the end. After the big play down to the goal line, 5 yards, they hold them. It was just a nice situation where, hey, they could let them walk in and we could go home with a 28-7 win. But, that's not the way they're not going to play that way. They're not going to play that game. They're going to stick it out, come over to Vincennes, and we're just not going to let them score. And the Wildcat defense just did a great job of holding them there at the end. I think that, as much as anything, is the big win, and as well as they played, that just is an attitude, The goal line stands are about attitude, and that's what certainly we showed there at the end. So.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, as far as holding this offense, this Vincennes offense, the defense for the Wildcats, this is a team that last week had over 500 yards total offense, 55 yards put up on the board tonight. No points on the board, only 168 total yards of offense. Really a lot of that coming in one pass play late in the football game. The 49-yard hooked up to Braden Field. But to hold Grant Oxman to only 98 passing yards, 5 of 18 passing, picked off 2 of his passes tonight. So you take a kid who threw for almost 300 yards last week and pretty well shut him down. That's just an unbelievable night for a very, a defensive backfield that I think is really starting to develop. They got some young guys back there too. So
yeah, absolutely. And there's just a lot of good players on this team. And I know I talked to Coach Ahrens early in the year. He said, well, what's it going to be like, or talking about how's it going to go, thinking maybe they're going to be real good right out of the gate. And he goes, we're going to continually get better. We're going to have to find it. We're going to have to figure out what this team is. And tonight I think they went a long way to learning that. And like you said, good defensive back because we got good skill players. We got a good stable of linebackers and building depth on the line, both sides of it. So, it could be nice. It was a nice night tonight. Certainly controlled this game. Without question, we were never not in control.
Absolutely. So congratulations to Coach Ahrens, his 119th win as a Jasper Wildcat football coach. And the Wildcats now 4-1 on the season. And next week, back home again in Jasper, Indiana. Yeah. Finally a home game after 3 games on the road. Wildcats will take on the Princeton Tigers. Vincennes drops to 2-3 on the season. So for Mike Blessinger and Jeremy Marcos on the video, this is Craig Schneider. Again, congratulations. Jasper wins it 28-0 over the Vincennes Lincoln Alices. This is Jasper Wildcat football here on 18 WJT.